Good morning, students. This is the chapter 15, Some Natural Phenomena of Science. Myself, Richa Srivastava. I am your science teacher. I am going to re-explain this chapter by my video. We have started this chapter in our offline classes, and so due to some reason the school was off. So I am making this video for your revision work. So some natural phenomena. As you know that there are certain things in our surrounding, in our nature, like which we cannot control and which we cannot hold or command over that, like storms, cyclones and winds. These are certain things which are completely natural thing and they are governed by the nature. We cannot control these things. These things are destructive things. As I have explained in the class, these are destructive things, causes so many property loss, and they damage our property as well as they damage our animals also. So we by this destructive natural processes, we can lose our human beings also, like earthquake are also the part of the same destructive process. Okay, so first process which is natural and which we cannot control and command, it is a lightning process. So you know that lightning process is done by the charges. They are done by the charges. They are the sparks in the sky, and you can see the lightning and thunderstorm during the rainy season in the cloudy weather during the rainy season. So the spark that we can see or that we see usually during the rainy season are one of the phenomena, one of the incidents which is completely based on the science. There is a science behind these these processes. So in the ancient time, when people are not aware, they think that God is scolding us, or this is the extreme anger by this is the way by which God express their anger. So because people are not aware about the science and technology. But nowadays everybody knows that there is a scientific reason, there is a scientific facts which is responsible for the lightning and thunder storms, etc. So basically the first thing, that is charging by rubbing. And you know that charges in the electricity chapter we have learned in our previous classes, like there are two kind of charges, positive and negative, as you know very well. So charging, anything when we can charge, anything when we like the mobile phones, like the inverter batteries, these are the things usually which we have in our homes and we can charge by the electricity. So electricity is what? The movement and the flow of the charges. But here the charging is done by rubbing. When you rub the two materials, two things, two objects, the materials are charged. The material become charged. Like see, there are so many things. Refill, balloon, eraser, steel spoon. See, these objects are rubbed, and there are some certain materials by which we can rub the refill, by which we can rub the balloon, by which we can rub the eraser, by which we can rub the steel spoon. So these are the things used for rubbing. And now by rubbing we can see the effects. Means if we are rubbing anything by any material, so we have to watch and observe that they attract to the other object or not. Means they have charges or not, they are charged material or not. So we can say that by rubbing we can charge our objects. Okay, so there is a definition: when a plastic refill is rubbed with a polythene sheet, it acquires a small electric charges. Similarly, when a plastic comb is rubbed with dry hair, these are small experiments which we have done. Okay, and we have observed that it acquires a small charges. These charges These objects are called charged objects. In the process of charging, the refill and the plastic comb, polythene and hair also get charged. In activity 15.3, which is given on page number 186, types of charges and their interaction. So children, type of charges and their interaction means when the two charges like positive and negative, these are the two kind of charges. And how can we say that there are two kind of charges? So we have done an activity. We have done an activity by the balloon and by the refill. Okay. So we have taken two inflated balloons, and we have rubbed the two balloons with the polythene. On the same time, we have taken a used ball pen refill, which has been rubbed by the polythene again. Now we have to hang these two balloons in a very short distance. Now we have to see that these balloons attracts each other or they move away from each other. Means they come together or they move away from each other. See here, they are moving away from each other. But as we put the same balloon near or closer to the refill, then we have seen that they are coming close to each other. It means the two objects which are not same and they are wrapped by polythene, so they have developed a charge. But when they come closer, it means they are attracting each other, and this is known as attraction. Whereas when the same materials are moving away from each other and they having a charge, of course, because they are wrapped by the polythene, so we can say that these two objects which are same in nature and they having a charge, but they are exerting a pressure by which they are moving away from each other. So we can say that there are two kind of charges. In this picture you can say they are coming closer, so they are attracting each other. It means they have different kind of charges. But in the next picture, in this picture you are seeing that both the balloons are moving away from each other, means they are repelling each other, they are not attracting each other, mean to say that they contain different kind of charges. Because in our previous classes we have learned that positive and negative head or positive and negative head always attracts, and positive always repel, or negative always repel. In other words, we can say that a charged balloon repelled a charged balloon, a charged refill repelled a charged refill, but a charged balloon attracted a charged refill. These are the finding and summary of the experiment or activity 15.3. Okay, so after that there are transfer of charge. In this we have done an activity and we have made a simple device that is known as electroscope, by which we can test anything that the material or object having charge or not. So this is a simple kind of device which is made by a glass jar, or we can say that we have taken a jam bottle for making the electroscope, and we have taken a cardboard sheet, we have taken a paper clip, then foil paper sheet, two strips are there, and a refill, of course a refill. So refill is a conductor or it is a charged material. Okay, it is when we set all the things like this which is given in picture, and as we bring this refill close to the paper clip, we have seen that the movement of these two aluminium strips are away from each other. It means they are repelling each other. This is the charged item or charged object which is sending or which is transferring its charge, and by this conductor material, this is a metallic thing, so it is a good conductor of charge, good conductor of electricity. So it is receiving the charge given by the refill, and when the charge reached to the paper, foil paper, what will happen? There will be a repulsion. The strips start repelling each other because they are made up of same items or same material. So we can say that these strips or these aluminum strips having same kind of charges. Okay, so this is the experiment, or this is an activity. So by this activity or by this electroscope, simple electroscope, we can say that the device, which it is a device which is used to test whether the object is carrying charge or not. This is a simple electroscope. So this is all for today, children. I hope you all have understood these points again. So hopefully you can do all the worksheet you can do all the worksheet which we are giving you regularly. So thank you for watching this video, children.